Um, what are we called again? Oh yeah.
Basement communion.
Welcome to Basement Communion with GrindhouseCellar and Revterry, or the GrindhouseCellar. He's a human. He's not a seller.
I'm a sellout. Yeah, so I sent over a Indiegogo trailer that I'm pretty excited about. William Lee is a director,
Hey, this is William Lee.
and he's probably most famous for an obscure ninja movie.
Some of you know me, most of you don't, but that's cool.
So this is his new movie that he's pitching, and it's pretty interesting pitch because he kind of leaks out that one of the perks will be a AXE2GRIND release of one of his earlier films, and it's going to be a partner label out on Vinegar Syndrome. So pretty excited for this. So he's best known for Treasure of the Ninja, and it was a homemade ninja movie he sold out of his trunk, and it has just some really cool homemade like cover art on it, and he does all the acting and stunts and editing as he does with all his new movies. He does action, horror, zombie movies and such. I think it was re-released on Massacre, like really limited run, maybe 7-8 years ago, and so it's still fairly obscure. So I'm excited that it's getting out there. But this is a pitch for his new movie, Bulletproof Jesus.
Awesome. The style choices in there, and I mean strictly the clothes, like sold me like in the first 10 seconds. So that.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I think it's gonna be pretty good.
But, I just wanted to speak briefly about our new Indiegogo campaign for the film Bulletproof Jesus. I have been very honored this year to have a lot of articles and stories being written about me, but I'm most proud of the fact that the American Genre Film Archive is doing a retrospective of my work from the early 1980s of my films.
He'll take any dollar amount, he's just trying to get it made, and he'll make it no matter what. So I'm kind of excited about that.
It says Jesus versus zombies, poltergeist, warhammers, even vampires.
Is he fighting miniatures?
Yeah, like are they fighting? I never played Warhammer, but I had lots of friends that did. Like, there's a damn.
He's got some Space Marines showing
There we
up.
go.
He's gotta
Jesus
fight.
fucking Christ! I couldn't remember Space Marine for a second. Or maybe a Sasquatch or two. It's gonna be a slugfest.
Sasquatch or two would be awesome. It looks like it could be still up in the air, but his YouTube's got a lot of interesting things he's done. Sometimes he's just smoking stogies or popping and locking, and other times it's old trailers from various movies he's put out. I think he's got a Treasure of the Ninja trailer on there someplace, and that's the one that's going to be put out by AXE2GRIND. So that looks pretty interesting.
No, that looked really fun. That reminded me, what was that name of that short film? Drill Bit.
Drill Bit, yes.
Yeah, classic Drill Bit. It's Treasure of the Ninja, right? That's what we're looking
Treasure
for.
of the Ninja. Yeah, that's it right there.
But yeah, it reminded me of Drill Bit for some reason. Even though
we're probably working on the same kind of budget level.
It wasn't really the budget so much as like the spirit of what was going on. Like I don't know. I may be way off, but just kind of like.
No, I can see how they're kindred and similar.
The fights that we just saw were really good, and Drill Bit was like super silly the whole time. But then it would get to these certain scenes and like someone get their head blown off, and you're like, all right, well that was really good.
Yeah.
I don't even know what just happened there, but yeah, no, it was like put a lot of focus on like making the action seem more real than like anything else.
That's one of his main focuses. It seems to be the action. I mean, he really gets out there and does the stunts. Classic Bruce Lee noise effects.
Yeah.
I think this was all 8mm, so it's all non-synchronous sound.
Well, they kind of rolled with that in a great way. It matched their style, so it was all.
It's got some nunchuck skills.
Oh, better than me. I probably would have done that to my own face.
I've managed not to knock myself in the head so far. Yeah.
All right, I'm sold.
I'm very excited that's getting
sold.
released.
Let's take a look at the. No, that looked really entertaining. And what you know what town this guy's from? I haven't heard of this at all.
I don't. I think. Oh, he's in New York City, but I think that was filmed in Ohio.
Okay.
But he's based out of New York City now.
Oh,
Yeah.
but my big question now that we've decided this movie is awesome, to get the Blu-ray sent to your house, is it even an option? Oh, here we go.
I don't see it as an option. Is it $50?
Yeah, $50.
Okay.
Because this is my biggest beef, most with the latest round of Indiegogo and GoFundMe and stuff like that, is that if I can't find an option for me getting that disc, like I get a little sad. Like, I want to give you and
you want to see the results of your work donating. Like,
yeah,
it's not work donating, but you were working to make that money.
And like, not to call anyone out, like, at all, because I'm super stoked about this movie and I'm gonna buy it on DVD no matter what, or on Blu-ray no matter what. But Greg Lamberson, he has a new movie coming. I wanted to talk about this one anyway.
Oh, cool. What is it?
At the same time, he's working on he was funding for a new movie, and it ended just a little while ago. So it's kind of sucks because we probably should have helped him out before that.
Oh, I missed out on that.
It's a straight like 80s throwback style, like 80s story, not like, hopefully it's not gonna have like fake stress on the film.
I don't like the overlay kind of stuff.
Yeah. But no, like, I just mean the story sounds kind of
80s style.
80s style, yeah.
My name's Greg Lamberson, and I need your help to make my new action movie, Guns of Eden.
And it's added a bunch of awesome people to the movie, and you know, I love Slime City. It was one of the first of the movies I reviewed on Video Religion. Not like the first, but it was in the first batch of movies I reviewed on Video Religion. Like, I love his stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know, and Johnny Gruesome was great. Like, I haven't read the comic book that Johnny Gruesome originally came from, but I assume it's pretty awesome. And then Killer Rack, of course.
Killer Rack? I didn't see that one.
Oh no, Killer Rack is awesome.
Awesome.
You know, we have Debbie Racon and
Debbie Rashawn.
Yeah, it looks pretty great, and the cast looks great. And again, like I said, the director is you know, he's pretty up there on like my favorites list just because of Slime City and Slime City Massacre, and then his other films are great too. But the one thing I wanted to say about this is not one of these options gets you fucking
the disc.
The disc, like I
don't get that.
I'm gonna still have to buy it
in their hand.
Like the one I went for, and if this opens back up, oh, it looks like it's open. All right, so the one I went for, and I recommend like to anyone, is just getting like the signed.
The triple threat.
Yeah, because this is a slime version of Slime City, which I have 2 copies of Slime City, but one more copy won't hurt me if it's signed.
Yeah, you can't have that.
And then Killer Rack, which I don't own, and then Johnny Gruesome, which I don't own, but both signed. So, you know, maybe some smaller ones are able to do that because they're going to distro it themselves or through labels they own. But
likely, yeah.
Maybe if there's, you know, you don't know what the distribution deal is going to look like, then you can't do things like that.
Yeah, because then they'd be buying it as like a second party and selling it to you.
Yeah, that's just my guess. So that looks fun, like some low budget action movie stuff. But the cast looks pretty good.
Yeah, they've got helicopter money. I mean,
they got helicopter money. They got Debbie Racon joined on.
Debbie Rashawn.
Nice.
You know, after the pandemic thing was kind of dying down a little bit. Oh, and Lynn Lowry's on there now.
Lynn, oh, that's great. I just watched I Drink Your Blood recently. another New York movie where she got her start.
We can't do it without you. We have just 28 days to reach our goal. It's going to be a blast.
After 5 years of a 25-year sentence, Debbie Wilkins is released from a maximum security psychiatric institution.
Right at the beginning of the pandemic, the guy who directed the first AXE2GRIND, which was like a, can't remember, like 2010 slasher, Debbie Rochon, like
Debbie Rochon.
kind of like meta, kind of, it was like Scream Queen, like talking about Scream Queens, kind of meta.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
It was, I liked it a lot. Mostly, you know, she really does a good job in it, and I don't know, you know. Maybe
She always does a good job.
Yeah, I fanboy a little bit, so maybe maybe you shouldn't listen to me about that. But it would be,
Oh, come on. I think you can now say that you fan man.
fan man. I fan man Debbie,
Fan man.
Debbie Rochon. That's how you say your name.
Debbie Rochon.
Again, with the name problems there.
Honestly, don't know. I always thought Roshan.
Rochon sounds way better. Let's just.
Debbie Rochon.
So it's probably a third way we don't know.
That's so terrible that like because
We're probably both on either side of pronunciation of what
Yeah.
it actually is.
like I just don't know how to, like, I've just read and write people's names because like I don't have discussion with anyone about movies.
Nor do I.
except for you through like text.
yeah. It's all typing though, you know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Run Like the Wind. I've never seen or never.
And you're pretty good about, like, I'll just send you like whatever the autocorrect like fucks up, and you'll get it.
I figure it out. I mean,
Right.
autocorrect is fighting me daily.
Grindhouse will get it. But yeah, so they were making a second one, and she was signed up like from the get-go. But then they started going back into filming, and the pandemic thing was still going on. There was no sign of a vaccination, and Debbie Rochon just kind of dropped
Debbie Rochon.
since,
Yeah.
you know, it just wasn't a good time to be doing that stuff. And so I think they, you know, according to this, it says they finished. But so along with her, it was like Stormy Daniels was in it.
Okay.
And now I think Stormy Daniels like the main person in it. And is directing it.
Interesting.
Wait, is that what that says right here? Stormy Daniels will be the first mainstream movie as director. Wow, that's so.
I don't know
Things have
about that.
changed. It was kind of a similar plot to
Unprepared.
Curtains.
When she
Okay.
joins her equally as deadly sister, nothing can protect you from their death.
And there's some Stormy
I'll do
Daniels.
something for you.
Yeah.
If you do something for me.
I like Curtains. You don't hear much about that one.
Yeah, I like Curtains too. I think Curtains is a good movie. Like, I'm obviously gonna watch this movie. Like,
Yeah.
I'm down. But I'm a lot less excited without Debbie Rochon.
I mean, it's a switch up.
I'm still down, and like,
I'm down. It's just lower on the list.
yeah, it just bumped it down a few.
Yeah.
You know, and that's one that offered the Blu-ray, so that's cool.
I can't remember my penis size.
This one's gonna be for a niche crowd here.
Oh, I got one of those that I can share in a moment.
But so this one, I funded pretty early. Was Dumb and Dahmer from
Dumb and Dahmer. Okay.
from Beelzebub.
Oh, Beelzebub.
Yeah, and you
I
know,
love those movies. Come on.
I do. I'm a big Beelzebub fan. There's some that, you know, I can't take because it.
Well, it depends on what cut you're getting, because he usually does like 3 cuts of everything. I don't know.
No, like there's the only one I can't take, and I watch all his movies, and I'll even watch like the 4-hour cut of fucking Dick Shark. Like, I don't give a fuck. I love that shit.
Yes.
Like, give me 4 more hours of Dick Shark.
4 hours. Which cut is this? I want the longest. Damn it.
Give me all the hours of Dick Shark. But
Holocaust cannibal.
scienceless fiction.
Oh, scienceless fiction.
I
Okay.
can't take that one. But having said that, he's good. I love you, Beelzebub. Beelzebub. But
Saluting my beer to him right now.
yeah, exactly. You know, the new Beelzebub, and I hate to say that because I don't want to, like, but he has, you know, like, you know, having backed this one, some of the updates that have come, speak to like, everyone evolves, like, and the last few of his movies have been, like in his own way, like more artistically inclined, and like this is the wrong term, but I can't think of anything else, but like open-minded.
Okay.
And this is the funniest thing to say about it. But I just love to see what's next from Beelzebub. So having said that, Dumb and Dahmer, which openly Z-Bub admits to coming up with titles and then working his way back to create the movie based off of a funny title.
I mean,
and that's a tradition that's gone on.
It's a tradition, and he comes up with some singers. I mean, Zombie Christ and
so,
Whole Pig Farm.
Admittedly, self-admittedly by him, Dumb and Dahmer is one of those. But a lot of the stuff that's been like, and I think that's why I keep coming back to his movies is like, the places he comes from as far as like thought, you're like, what the fuck? So I'm excited. So yeah, I've been back in that one for a while, but
nice.
I've thrown money at him a few times for those, and his are always good because he'll send you like, for less than $50, sometimes like 10 signed movies. Like,
oh yeah,
that's why I have so many like doubles.
I had someone being like, "What the fuck? How did you get your signed copy? And it's got a different cover." And I was like, "I don't know, man."
Yeah, you just give him.
I can't keep track.
Next time he's funny, and the cool thing about him is
he funds so many different versions.
He's gonna finish that fucking film. Like, you don't have to worry about anything. Like, I won't name anybody, but there's been some other low-budget people that just
all finish their films.
Yeah, everyone, like, I would vouch for almost all these that we've looked at. I don't know anything about Bulletproof Jesus, but the other ones, the film will get made. But when it comes to Beelzebub, you don't have to worry about shit. Like, that movie's gonna get made. The movie's already made. If anything, it'll just get better and better with every dollar you put in there. Or the case will get better, or and the reason why he has so many edits is he's ever evolving, which is like the greatest thing from an exploitation director. Like, you just get a dude who just like hyper focuses on things and recuts them. I don't want to make it sound like I'm putting Beelzebub on the but he's a lot of fun. Like, it's fun stuff.
There's no pedestal for him.
Yeah,
but yeah, he'll cut and recut, and
or only the one that he put himself on.
The version I see.
Yeah, there's the only let only pedestal Beelzebub have be the one he put himself on. But he is awesome and
entertaining. And it was most likely a foam dick-shaped shark pedestal.
He's wearing a Viking helmet.
Oh yeah, it's the helmet.
All right, let's do it. So, I think it's too late to fund this one. Yeah, I think it ended before we even started doing these things, but it should be coming soon. And
because, like I said, money for the next one.
Yeah, just keep up with him at billsybop.com if you want to fund the next one. Again, that's probably pretty niche.
I have to say that I enjoy that he's working with Aaron Brown some.
It must be fun because she keeps coming back to those, but that it is another awesome scream queen from my generation of those, like,
for sure, that
I'll watch almost anything she's in. And in fact, I have to thank her for me even finding him.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was a Nightmare on Elmo Street.
Yeah.
I was hunting down everything she had ever done, and after you get past all the Factory 2000 stuff, or
Factory 2000.
Wait, what's the other?
CKY videos and whatnot, alternative cinema.
Yeah. Once you get past all that, the only thing that's left is that. So.
And for most of the people listening, that's Misty Monday.
Oh yeah, Misty Monday. Aaron Brown. She's Aaron Brown, which it's Aaron Brown era, or it's actually like post anything era. Yes. Misty Monday / Aaron Brown, and probably top 5 of his movies. Like The Nightmare on Elmo Street is pretty good. Yeah. See, I didn't find out about him until a little after that. Like, I found out about Misty Monday during the Netflix disc rental time.
Oh, that was a good time to find her stuff.
Yeah, because they had the entire
catalog.
Yeah. That was like the best way to watch all the seduction cinema stuff.
Netflix, DVD. So I was a huge proponent of that because all the local mom and pop shops had closed, and I was not a big fan of the chain ones. So I hopped on Netflix. You could find some really obscure stuff there in the early days, and I just kept adding to the queue, and I found out that you could max your queue out at 500 movies.
That's crazy.
Because I'm crazy.
You found the edge of the queue.
So the edge of the queue was 500 for both DVD and streaming at the time. And I maxed that fucker out.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
That's cool. I didn't know that there was a max for it.
There was a max, and I found it. Probably one of the few people that found that edge. It's just all filled out with, Misty Monday, Seaver, Full Moon, random shit.
Yeah, that's what I was saying is, like, I had been able to find all the Full Moon stuff back in the day on VHS. That I wanted because, all the mom and pop stores had them, like, just filled the rolls. They just fluffed their store with Full Moon stuff. But the stuff I could never see back then was, like, the seduction cinema stuff.
Yes.
So when Netflix floated around, I'm just watching, like, every fucking seduction cinema movie. Like,
I have to thank them for, kind of opening the door to Sarno and some others, because they did some great combo releases.
Yeah. For some reason, I never caught, like, and actually, I don't know if they were even part of that. Like, was Full Moon Seduction Cinema, like, part of... It was Seduction Cinema, right? Yeah.
Seduction Cinema.
Was it part of... So most of, like, the other stuff, I found out, other softcore stuff, like Julia Strain movies and, and like, Shannon Tweed movies and stuff like that, I found out through, like, free trials every year of Showtime and shit like that back in the day. Like,
oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, that'd be like a Skinamax Showtime.
Yeah, but
for Shannon Tweed.
Full Moon wasn't, or Seduction Cinema wasn't included in that. So like, they were just kind of like missing chunks out of the Full Moon catalog that I never saw.
You're watching Channel 99. We've got it.
This is one I funded a while back. I don't know. I like Skullface Astronaut movies. I thoroughly enjoy them. They are micro-budget, sci-fi, horror, zombie. He does a lot of eclectic, but they're almost always anthologies, and he's doing the Things sequels. I picked this up. I watched it. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Oh, you actually watched this already?
I backed it. This is not going to be for everyone, but this is a fun one.
And so already I'm reminded of The Network, or even the kind of porn parody style version of that. What was the other? And like the boob tube. Oh no, don't do
mayonnaise.
That's fucked up. Don't do that to me.
So that woman there is she was originally in the original Manos Hands of Fate.
Yeah,
and she was a child back then. So that's his biggest star, and then like he's got all his buddies. That's him right there painting. He's got some really cool paintings in this. He's a great artist. This is a neat one, but it's not going to be for everyone.
I don't think anything we've watched so far is going to be for everyone. Less than half of the movies I watch on a daily basis are going to be for everyone.
Nah. But I watched this last night. I really enjoyed it. It was really
so
fun.
Right there, that what I was thinking, and I was when I was watching this morning. So there's an episode of The $1 Million Man, or the what is that? 1,000 whatever he is.
Oh, $6 Million Man or whatever.
Yeah, hold on. Let me go back to it right here. So,
yes, look at that face.
Yeah. So like, what is that called? What's that episode called?
I don't know.
$1 Man. Robot. Day of the Robot, which is so that,
there you go.
It hella remind me of that so bad. Like,
no, it's spot on. Like, look at that.
It has to be a tribute to it.
Oh, definitely a tribute. I mean, that's a classic, and he does that. He does a lot of sci-fi tributes, and it's just really fun. No, he's got a great troupe of actors that he has in all his movies. So they're a lot of fun. This is micro budget.
You mentioned, and he works with like Sleazebox, or he has before. Sleazebox, obviously, he's working with Serling.
He's doing other things movies.
Yeah, so he's working with Serling Pictures. Awesome guys.
And he's doing something else where a lot of his old SOVs are getting re-released because there's like SOV is hot right now, so like a lot of his early stuff's getting re-released.
Do you ever think you'd be saying like SOV's hot right now?
Isn't that funny?
So yeah, right here we have Platinum Dead was on Tempe.
Platoon of the Dead?
Yeah, sorry, Jesus Christ.
He sent me his diaries of Platoon of the Dead. He didn't direct that, but he worked on it and shot some of it, and he sent me his filming diaries on that, and it's really cool to see like all the behind the scenes stuff and what they had to do just to get it cast and filmed, and I mean, a lot of work went into that.
No, I mean, he's just all over. What I'm trying to say is he's just been at all the labels and worked with all the. I mean, this label has worked with all the labels and producers of like my go-tos right now for fun, sleazy
The Wall of Fear. That was the one we were talking about.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of it.
And so we have Thing 7 coming out.
Thing 7, and then he's got Thing 666 coming out. So
and this
a whole
looks
lot
like
of Things movies.
A wave picture. Right here.
It does look like a wave video. It can't be reached.
We got a dead link. But that looks like a wave picture for sure.
Yeah.
Or maybe wave adjacent. This got released on Trauma. Alien Conspiracy.
Probably adjacent.
Got released on Trauma. This is released on Sleazebox. This is also recently released on Sleazebox. This got released on is it SOB Horror or?
That's the new SOV that just got re-released. I was talking about the Bloody Red.
Oh
Lips.
Yeah, SOB Horror.
Yeah,
they've got some new re-releases of that stuff.
And recently, Patton Oswalt did this like he like kind of spitballed a Chopping Mall sequel, and this director storyboarded it. So in the background, while Patton's like spitballing this sequel to Chopping Mall, where the storyboard's laid out, it's pretty cool. Yep, Sherlock laid them all out. See, he's a cartoonist also, so you'll be watching one of these movies and someone's reading his comic.
So you were saying she was the original girl in Manos. They made the official sequel.
They made a sequel, and she's in it also. So she was the little girl in Manos.
Yeah. No, good stuff from that. Everything I've seen from that. I haven't watched their whole catalog, but everything I've seen from them has been pretty great.
Yeah, I've picked up quite a few, and this was the most recent that I backed, and it was pretty fun.
And here's him hanging out with Mr. Phantasm himself. But yeah. No, that does look awesome. And I like the references to other stuff and even the references to older stuff from this studio. Or this group of people, I should say.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of classic sci-fi feels and Lovecraft.
One of these, the Alien Conspiracy ones, came out on Trauma at one point.
Nice.
And then Sleazebox has got a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you introduced me to Sleazebox.
Yeah. It's got a lot of crossover with like the what's her name from like Wave and God damn it, what the fuck is her name?
Debbie?
Yeah, Debbie what though? Shit.
Are you saying Debbie D or Debbie Rochon?
Debbie D. There you go.
Debbie D. Okay.
Yeah, it's like the crossover. There she is right here. There's Debbie D.
Cold as soul.
Doing what Debbie D does.
They need to put out more trailers where they say the names so we know how to pronounce them.
Yeah, like back in the 90s on tape. Where it'd be
Yep.
like, and featuring. Yeah. Like,
your favorite Scream Queens. This is how you pronounce their names.
yeah. And that, you know, that's why as little kids we didn't call them Bruce Willis. We called him Bruce Willis.
Please.
You know, it's like that looks like Bruce Willis, but we call him Bruce Willis because the movie guy told me